A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to 27 Minutes of Cheer. A man died and went to heaven, and St. Peter said he asked to go to heaven, and St. Peter says, what makes you think you should get to heaven? What makes you think you should be admitted to heaven? And the man says, well, back on earth I did all kinds of good things. St. Peter says, oh yeah? Really? What? Well, the man says there was this motorcycle gang, and they were beating up these nice people. And I went over to the leader of that motorcycle gang, and I said, you can't beat up these nice people, and I kicked him in the shin. St. Peter says, really? That's not so bad. How long ago did that happen? And the man said, 5 minutes. A Hollywood extra, a little Hollywood extra, got his first speaking part in a movie. And the scene was a detective would say to him, did you see that woman drink this cup of coffee? And he was to say, I did. So he went home and he practiced all the different ways you could say, I did. I did. I did. I did. Came time to shoot the scene. The detective said, did you see this woman drink this cup of coffee? And he said, did I? A trooper stopped a motorist because the motorist did not have a tail light. And the trooper told the motorist that he didn't have a tail light, and the motorist began to quiver and shake and cry. And the trooper said, now listen, it isn't that bad. You just don't have a tail light. And the motorist says, but where's my wife and trailer? We are going to get rid of our sins and our griefs and our guilt. Oh, you say that isn't possible. It is. In 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we're going to get rid of our sins, our griefs, our guilt. The first thing we're going to do is take a piece of paper, and we're going to take a pen, and we're going to write down on that paper what we did wrong. Write down, I did a foolish thing. This is a foolish thing that I did. Write it down on the paper, and then say, I wish I hadn't done it. So you've done two things there. You've admitted it, and that'll chase that away, and you've acknowledged that it was a bad thing to do. Now, the third thing is you say, I'll never do that again. I'll never do this again. Are you going to show this paper to anybody? No, we are not. We are not going to show our paper to anybody. It's bad enough that we know about it and the people that we offended know about it. And then we're going to do this. We're going to atone for it. We're going to go out and do something nice for the world. And that's all you have to do. You just do something nice for the world. All day long, all your life long, just do things that are nice for the world. And you will have no sins and no griefs and no guilt. And you know what else? You will have everything you want. That's the way it is. If good goes out of your house, nothing but good comes into your house. That is the way it is. Time out. Marilyn, her husband says, babies her car. What do you mean she babies her car? It won't go anywhere without a rattle. Chess. Describe the game of chess. That's a game where two people sit at a table, motionless, for 4 hours, staring at each other and staring at the table. That's called what? It's called chess. Oh, the man said, I thought that was called civil service.
Xerox Christmas.
Betty says her son is going to be a great businessman because he makes his Christmas list and then he has Xerox copies made for the aunts and uncles.
Good beginning and end.
Folks, does a good beginning and a good ending make a good speech? Yes, if they are close enough together.
Minister gossip.
The woman said to her friend, the minister says, don't say anything about a person unless it's good. And boy, is this good. Bible passage for us today. It's in the New Testament, and it's Paul's second letter to Timothy, 2 Timothy, and it's the first chapter, and it's the 7th verse. Timothy heard from Paul, for God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. Now that will keep us going for a long time, won't it? For God does not give us a power of fear. For God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. I have a hymn for you, and this comes from the book of John in the in the New Testament, second book of John in the New Testament, and it's verse 12. This is my commandment to you. You love one another as I have loved you. This is my commandment to you. You love one another as I have loved you. Vocabulary. Let's perk up our vocabularies. Instead of using these old, tired words day in and day out that have lost their meaning and lost your ability to communicate, let's stick with the good old English language, a marvelous institution, the English language. And our vocabulary word today is profligate. P-R-O-F as in Frank, L-I-G-A-T-E. And the meaning is open and shameless disregard of decency. Does that fit anybody you know? Profligate, open and shameless disregard of decency. I have a joke for you folks. Where do you go when you have to eat? Where do you go to eat if you have broken your ankle? IHOP. And what was that first joke, honey?
Circle church.
Oh, yes. They asked me at church. They have these groups of women, and they call them circles. And they asked me to join a circle, and they wouldn't let me in because I was a square. And a man came home from work, and his wife says, "How was work today, folks?" And he says, "Terrible. The computer broke down, and I had to think."
Bananas and coconuts.
Did you hear about the man who went on a diet, and he didn't eat anything but bananas, and he didn't drink anything but coconut milk? Did he lose any weight? No, but you should see him climb trees. You remember that product, Sanka? It's a coffee substitute, and the commercials used to say, well, there was a man who had a nickname, and his name was Sanka. Do you know why? No active ingredient in the bean. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. I know it's hard, but you can do it easily. The first hour in the morning, drink 1 glass of water. The top of the next hour, drink a second glass of water. And you'll say, well, I'll be going to the bathroom all day. No, it doesn't work that way. Your body seems to be able to absorb 1 glass of water an hour. Please do that and wash out the spleen and the liver and the pancreas. What else is down there where cancer goes? Wash them out. Keep them all clean. And your urine will be white and there won't be any smell to your urine. Please wash out the inside. And then, we had another thing. Don't lie, steal, or cheat. Don't let that bother your conscience. Don't do anything that your conscience doesn't want you to do. Do only those things that your conscience tells you to do. And then the next thing to remember is the Fifth Amendment.
The Fifth Amendment says no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation.
Hooray for the United States of America. Hooray for the Constitution of the United States of America. And that's our little Chinese clock telling us that it's 1 p.m. on March the 23rd, Tuesday, year 2026, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. My husband and I kept track of our expenses. Every night, every day, we would write down how much money we spent and for what. And at the end of the week, we would add all those up and categorize them. So much for food, so much for gasoline, so much for postage. And listen to this. See how these compare with your expenses. Since 1937...
12:01, 74.1 degrees Fahrenheit.
Thank you. Since 1937, for television airtime, we spent
$617,000.
And for rent,
$382,000.
how does that compare with your lifetime? And groceries?
$164,000.
And one-time only business?
$163,000.
And non-employee compensation, paying people to help us?
$144,000.
Are those interesting figures to you? I didn't give you a chance to think about them, did I? I would like to mention to you that you should have a website. You should have a website and you write down all the good things that you do for the world. You have a page about you, your biography. You have a home page. You have any newspaper clippings about you. You tell people where to watch you if you're on Facebook or YouTube or TikTok. And I have a webmaster who does mine, and he is phenomenal. He is so capable. And if you would like a website, I would like to have you call me, and I will give you his name and number. Hear your happy happenings. I care. I really care. I want to hear them. Share them with me. Our happy happenings for March the 21st, day before yesterday. The first thing was ablutions. The second was the bath purification. The third was to dress in dry, clean, warm clothes. The fourth was to go to church by telephone. The church calls me on the telephone, and they call about 5 other people on the telephone, and we can hear the service, and we can hear the Bible lesson, and we can hear the hymns. Oh, it's so nice. And then after that, Mr. Torres called me about the website and tells me that we're getting about 4,000 people in cheer over the Today's Joke. That 4,000 people have been cheered up by Today's Joke. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Where? Well, on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, on Facebook Reel. It's called Facebook Glendora Buell. And on Facebook, a chat with Glendora, another 500 or 600. And on Instagram, and on Twitter X. You can hear a joke every day. These are the same old jokes that I've been telling you for years and years and years that have been truly tested and always bring laughter and joy. They're sure things. These jokes are sure certain to bring you laughter and cheer. Now, and after that, Wayne Collins plays for me a Chat with Glendora TV show on Public Access TV from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, the Berkshires. And we listen to it together. He sees it, and I listen to it. And what do you think of it, Glendora? Well, the one this Saturday was good. The one the Saturday before was excellent. And I think they're doing a good thing. The theme is, when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. And at 12 o'clock, 12:15, Stephanie was due to say, burst into the happy house with cheer and bubbly goodwill. But at 12:15, there was silence, and a big lump went down my esophagus, and I was right. No Stephanie. Instead of Stephanie, a telephone call. And she was crying so that it was unintelligible what she was saying. Her sister is missing. They can't find her sister anywhere. They're looking for her sister everywhere. About 2 weeks ago, her sister didn't feel good, and her sister went to the hospital. And surely enough, a grand mal. And her sister died. And the hospital brought her back to life again. And the sister stayed in the hospital until she was well. And on Thursday, before this Saturday that we're talking about, her sister left the hospital. They did find some people that they knew mutually who knew and saw her sister. But other than that, they couldn't find her anywhere. And so this was 12 o'clock, and Stephanie was crying, and I said, Stephanie, the world isn't all bad. Your sister could be all right. Your sister could be fine and happy and healthy. She doesn't necessarily have to come to a bad end. And Stephanie did cheer up a little bit. And I made an appointment with Stephanie to call me at 5:30 that afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Remember, this was at 12 o'clock that she was talking to me. And surely enough, at 5:30 she called. They had told the police. The police were doing all kinds of electronic things to try to find her sister. In the meantime, Stephanie tried to find somebody to take care of Glendora. One helper couldn't come, but Lucy, the minute she heard about it and that Glendora was going to be alone, Lucy dropped everything and came. And the first thing Lucy did was to cook the rice and the food for my friends, the animals in my yard. And then the next thing she did was do the laundry. That's always to be done on Sunday. And the next thing that Lucy did was raw foods. We do eat raw food recipes. We have a recipe book of raw foods. It's called a cookbook of raw foods. That's sort of diametric, isn't it? But she made a gazpacho, and it's cucumbers and about 8 tomatoes and almonds and tomato juice, thank you.
Red bell pepper.
What was it?
A red bell pepper.
Oh, a green bell pepper. And that's all, just a little salt and pepper. Wasn't that all it was? Mm-hmm. Oh, no, an onion. Well, she made it. Lucy did. And then after that, Lucy did the email. And after that, she helped me write the script for you. And then she left at 7 o'clock. And I had made an appointment with Stephanie to call me at 12:30 p.m. Sunday. She called me at 12:30 p.m. Sunday. Her sister was fine. They found the sister. She had been without food, and she was disorientated because of the lack of food, and back into the hospital, and her sister's in the hospital now doing fine. That was the happy happenings of Sunday. You have to remember that this world is good, and you have to keep good in your mind and don't hear evil, and don't see evil, and don't speak evil, and don't think evil. Remember the good. Remember the good, that this is a good, good world. And if you are good, nothing but good will come to you. Hello, everybody. Channel 6 News, WRGB, Sinclair, sent me an email saying that it's time that they did another feature on the SS Glendora. Glendora was on their TV station from 1955 to 1962, bringing love and good care and cheer to 70,000 children every day, enough to fill Yankee Stadium. So they did a feature about 5 years ago. Glendora comes back to WRGB Channel 6, and they would like to do another one. Okay, let's do it, folks. Let's do it. In Cornwall, Connecticut, our dear Gordon Ridgway signed the application for airtime on Altice Cablevision in Torrington, Litchfield, Goshen, Connecticut, Thomaston, and Watertown, and about 4 other delightful rural municipalities in northwestern Connecticut. And then what happened? What was the next good news?
Jamestown.
Oh, in Jamestown, my dear Brian. Brian, I am so sorry I didn't fill out the application for you. We will do that today, and we will email it to you, because we know exactly what has to go into the application for airtime.
1 minute.
So we will take care of that, and I'm so sorry I didn't mail it to you long before. And now, folks, in our last minute, I don't know what this TV show, how it is doing, but I know what its intention is. Its intention is to bring you good television, a good something on the screen. Not only television, but every screen there is. Our intention is to bring you love and cheer and happiness and goodness and kindness. That is our intent. All of us here say, when all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. And what joke do you want to remember today to tell your friends? Where do you go to eat if you have broken your ankle? IHOP. How are you today? This is a chat with Glendora. Glendora, cheerful look at life. Our emphasis is on goodwill and good cheer and loving everybody and getting along. And did you know that aging is a matter of the mind? If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. And a man jumped out of an airplane, and the parachute didn't open, and he called, St. Francis, save me. And a voice from heaven said, St. Francis Xavier or St. Francis of Assisi. There's not much to see. There is not much to see in a small town. But what you hear makes up for it. Did you hear about the couple that got married so young that half of their wedding presents were manufactured by Mattel? Why did the inventor cross a microwave oven with a TV set. Why did the inventor cross a microwave oven with a TV set? So he could watch 60 Minutes in a quarter of an hour. We have some happy happenings for you.